beyond visual engagements, right? If you go to one of our drone demonstrations, it's really boring because you don't hear anything. You don't even see the drones falling out of the sky unless you're looking at the computer operator screen. But that's exactly the point, right? We need to be able to engage our air defense customers. Need to be able to engage these drones with a hard kill at very long ranges. Air defense ranges are incredibly long, right? So in terms of air defense, we're talking short range. But in terms of sort of the common person, it's well beyond visual range. I mean, you have a drone 3 kilometers away. You have no idea it's there if you're not using our system. So the idea is to be able to detect, ID, and engage these things well before they become a threat that's imminent.
And so, tell me how it kind of takes out the drone. How long does it have to? How long does the beam have to be on the drone? I don't know what it's called. The time the beam is hitting the drone, and how does it take it out? Does it?
In the public, you can say it's kind of an average of 5 seconds,
or even just a few seconds. I don't even know that saying that some kills are shorter for sure. So I would just say a few seconds.
A few seconds, okay.
Yeah, that's a few seconds, and then it just burns a hole in the spot that you're looking at. You can, in many cases, choose the spot. So you can, the default is to do center of mass, burn a hole right through the casing. But you can also melt one of the quadcopters if you target one of the copters. If it's carrying munition, you could, theoretically aim its munition and explode the munition. So it's that precise.
I think that's the key. Yeah, you do have precision to select an aim point or a location on a drone, typically. For a typical target size at a typical range. And Evan mentioned it, you could, if you wanted to, you could maybe just take out the camera. These drones have good cameras on them, so maybe you just burn the camera and don't crash the drone. If it's got a munition, maybe you ignite the munition. You could target if it's a quadcopter, hitting one of the rotors can be a good way to take it down. Or, as Evan mentioned, sometimes you just shoot it in the gut, burn up one of the internal, the battery or the electronics. So there's good usefulness. And maybe that gets in. I don't think we answered your question earlier, and I think it's an important comment about the software, and that is we don't necessarily have this in our current fielded units, and I don't know how we would best represent this in an article, but definitely this is a candidate application for artificial intelligence and machine learning, where based on where you're in place, the number of lasers that you have, you automate and optimize the effectiveness of the system engaging multiple targets and swarms with artificial intelligence, machine learning, where it engages the most critical threat first, where it automatically determines what the threat is and selects the most vulnerable aim point, takes it down and keeps moving. And so that automation and that over time, really removing the operators from the loop and improving the effectiveness while reducing the collateral damage with something like artificial intelligence. This is an application area for sure. Again, something that's in the earlier development stages for sure for us, not something that's fielded in the current system.
Okay. And so the soldiers, I know that we have 2 or 3 that are fielded, or a third one that's getting fielded. How do
sorry, I apologize for jumping in. This is Ian. I need to jump off, and I've got another call coming in. But please feel free to reach out to me, and I'm sure the same is true for Evan and Justin afterwards with any follow-up questions at all. And you this morning.
All right. Thank you, Ian.
Sure.
I was going to ask. Now I forget. Oh, so I don't know what the concept of operations is on how these are used. I mean, are they? And this probably won't be in the story because I don't think we want to include the Air Force. Because I think it will. The way Felipe was talking, that they're not keen on a lot of publicity. But I'm just wondering, are like soldiers like sitting in these hell whizzes like 24/7? And how do they get alerted that, hey, there's something, there might be a drone out there? Is there like an alert, or how does that work?
Sure. Yeah. And again, while we show it on the MRZR, that doesn't mean that the only place the system's operated from is with someone in the front seat of the MRZR. That's a possible place you could operate it. But to your point, if you're really doing 24/7 base defense, you're not going to be sitting in the RZR. And so you can actually control the Hellwiz remotely. And it's typically controlled from the Base Defense Operations Center, or the BDOC. And so there's already something, this air defense or base defense area that's staffed 24/7 for just this purpose. And now they've got another very critical tool in the toolbox to have better eyes and this new effector. And they do get a warning. You would get a warning via an air defense radar or a counter drone radar, depending on what you wanted. That's connected via the command and control network into the Hellwiz. So yeah, they don't have to find a needle in a haystack. You would be connected to a network with a highly capable radar to give you the warning or the alert. It'll automatically slew the optical system to that target. So you quickly, without the operator having to search for it, get your high magnification eyes on target so you can see exactly what you're dealing with and determine if it's a threat or not.
Yeah, and Pat, I'm sorry, but I'm out of time too.
Okay.
I can leave you in Justin's capable hands. But,
yeah, I think we're all in the same boat. I think we've all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually have a call, but I was going to skip it, but because this is so interesting. But hey, I know you guys have other business to take care of, and I appreciate your time. And I am going to tighten up my notes and then see what I'm missing, and talk to Felipe as well. See if there were any messages that he wanted to get into this article. So I thank you for your time, and talking to me about the Hellwiz is pretty cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Follow up if you got more questions.
And can you cross the beams? I'm just wondering.
Definitely, you can. Sure.
All right, thanks.
All right, thanks.
Bye.